The Bitcoin dominance has ended as predicted. Now it's alt season time. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci. I'm in the pipe 5x5, right? You can find me everywhere with Da Vinci J15, whether it's Telegram, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, wherever, Da Vinci J15. So yeah, with that said, we have a great show for you. We always have a good show for you, but it is always a great day in crypto. Why? Because crypto is where finance is going to be. The future of finance is here. And I'm going to show you that in today's episode. So sit down, watch all the way to the end, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let's get to it. We're going to be going over the news, right? Going over some degen projects. Well, actually, it's next-gen projects. And then we're going to be also doing some technical analysis at the end of the show. So if you're interested in doing some trading, one of the cool places is you could do at levex.davincij15.com. Link is in the description below. Also, bybit.davincij15.com. You could also get, a Bybit card, debit card, right? If you have some ID, of course, you can use some ID, right? And then be able to use your crypto to buy anything you want. Yeah. And so there you go. We're going to be talking more about that in future videos, the Bybit card. But for now, yes, I'm going to be heading over to Abu Dhabi on December 9th to the 10th for the Bitcoin Mena event. All right. Let's start off with Waffles, right? Waffles is trying to find hold this bottom here. If it does and starts moving up, that means we could start a WA action. So that's cool. Same with WowMao and Pepe as well. It's looking for the W action to break out heavily. If we continue up here and break out above, watch out. That's going to be explosive move. A lot of these tokens are going to be doing explosive moves in the next year. So make sure you are well positioned. Okay, the news for today, right? This link is available, and you can always get a hold of this link if you join my public group. Find out what news is relevant that I see, and yeah, follow that in the public group. XRP cuts reserve requirements by 90%, allows for smaller new wallets. Okay, one of the things you need to know about XRP, you XRP army people, right, is that when it started, it was 20 XRP in order to open up an account, and now it was 10. It's reduced to 1 now, and I want to know, how much does it cost to open up a Bitcoin account? 0. That's right. How much does it cost to open up a Solana account? 0. That's right. How much does it cost to open up an account on any other crypto? 0. That's right. So with that said, right, look at what's happening here. This is a centralized feature, right, of charging you money to open up a bank account or an XRP account. Well, it's really effectively a bank account because eventually, right, they're going to follow the same goddamn rules that Bybit has to follow, right, where you have to have ID, right, and everything. Why? Because this is a banker-created cryptocurrency. It's supported by the banks, provided by the banks. It's for the banks. Now, you could say Solana is the exact same style, right, of decentralization and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I agree. But the difference is Solana is about the little kids coming over and say, let's have some fun over here, right? Yeah, we want to be serious, but that's what people are using it for, okay? All right, so there you go. Now obviously, the Solana people are going to cater to their audience. The XRP people are going to cater to their audience. The audience is the banks. Banks are not in your favor. Never. They never have been and never will. You understand that, right? Now, with that said, that doesn't mean XRP is not going to go higher. Yes, because, people are only interested in making money, and that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But this is effectively allowing people to be enslaved again, by a centralized authority. Okay. Rant over. I know I'm going to rant about XRP a lot. All right. Bitcoin dominance crumbles. Top 10 beginner-friendly altcoins to watch. Ooh, ugh. Let's see what they say here. With their top 10 beginner. Yeah, we're gonna look at this collapse, absolute colossal collapse of the what's it called, dominance. But let's see if they have. Where are their? Okay, so they're mentioning CARDANO here. Optimism, I guess. I don't know how friendly that is. Solana, yes, I agree. Dogecoin, yeah. Oof. XRP, Stellar, okay. Stellar, okay, yeah, there we go. So there's some coins that, yeah, all of these things are going to do extremely well. I think the best of the best of the best will be Solana. Absolutely, hands down, Solana will outperform everything in 2025, okay? And I'm going to be betting big on that in the coming weeks. Microsoft Bitcoin dilemma: ride a 5 trillion BTC wave or avoid risk. Okay, Jesus. Bitcoin is considered a risk play in the regular financial world, right? Non-risk play is buying sovereign debt because you're pricing your unit of account is the US dollar, so US dollars is guaranteed by obviously the US government, right? And so that's what you pay everybody in. So yeah, I get it. Okay. That said, right? Michael Saylor has found an infinite money glitch, right? There's no cost for Microsoft if they follow the Michael Saylor way. Why is that? Because they can create stock, as much stock as they want. And what they can do is do convertible loans, right? Just like Michael Saylor did, with 0 interest rate. And those loans are convertible to stock if the stock goes over a certain price. Then they can use derivatives, synthetic derivatives, to ensure that there's no margin call or request, whether by the government saying, yeah, we want you to sell that Bitcoin, right? And that's required now by law. You can create derivative packages that if that were to happen, right, you would get paid. And you could get paid, right, based on the derivative function. There are so many crazy financial tricks you can pull off, right, to ensure the risk drops to 0, priced in dollars. Of course, they're always in dollars because that gets printed. So effectively, right, that is the infinite money glitch. If they listen, their stock is going to absolutely skyrocket. And unfortunately, if the government doesn't step in, unfortunately, they will, of course, they will collapse the financial system. They'll collapse the money supply, right? Because you have an immovable force against a movable force, right? Which is the crypto, which is the dollar, like Bitcoin against the US dollar. So effectively, they can cycle and create dollars forever. And how does that happen? How can a bank allow this to happen? How? Wouldn't they, if they were to go, hey, Microsoft were to go to bank and say, hey, we want to borrow some money so we can buy some more Bitcoin. The reality is the bank's going to say, no. No. How about no? How about no? And that's the truth. However, if you go and borrow against your stock, that's not a problem. No problem. So, with that said, right, they don't have to borrow against their stock. No. That's what they're effectively doing when they make convertible notes, but whatever. And so they create these convertible notes, right, that allow the owner of the stock or other stocks or other assets to borrow money to give to Microsoft, which they get to print from the bank. And then Microsoft stock goes up. They convert those notes to the stock, borrow more money to give to Microsoft on their stock to buy more Bitcoin. You see the infinite money loop right now, right? You're seeing it. Woo! Going to be a great day. And if the government doesn't put a stop to that, that's going to be the end of the US dollars, of course, right? So let's see if they figure out that glitch before the dollar actually collapses. I don't know. Maybe they will. But with derivatives, they could end up, if they set it up with derivatives, like the banks, and I mean, Michael Saylor, Microsoft and all that kind of stuff, it still ends the same way, right? Because the derivative will back up the fact that, hey, the government stopped me from doing this, so you got to pay. And they can just pay it as an interest rate. And it's difficult to understand this derivative, how that works. It's a very complicated process in order to set up this kind of derivative, but I'm not going to go into it because it will take forever to explain. Anyways, let's move on to Cardano price gains. 88%. Is the ADA rally just getting started? Yes, it is. We are seeing the beginning of all the altcoins explode. Yes, get yourself in a position now. Prepare for an explosive move across the board, especially meme coins. I mean, meme coins are going to be 50% of the top 100 or more. But that will be the end of the cycle, right? Once we get there. So be ready. Be ready, right? Whether it's your Bonk or Shiba or Doge or whatever, they're all going to explode exponentially in this market thanks to the infinite money glitch of Bitcoin. All right. Michael Saylor on Bitcoin volatility. Bitcoin is going to surge through the roof to 180K and collapse in a devastating move to 140. You know what? Yes, let's just say it goes from 180 to 100K in a massive devastation, right? Which is normal for Bitcoin, right? I mean, yeah. So it's not the end game. That's not the end game. And, you know, what Michael Saylor is doing is set up for any kind of margin call or anything, the way he sets it up, right? So effectively, he's got a winning strategy. And so it doesn't matter. He gets to keep all these Bitcoins thanks to the way our financial system works, right? And there's no cost to him. He doesn't actually pay for it. And it's all his. I want you to think about that. He does not pay for the Bitcoin. He gets it printed money to pay for it. And you should say, well, no, it's not printed. He gets it from investors. But where did they get it from? They printed it. Most of them have printed it. Okay? So, boom. That's it. He gets all these Bitcoins for free because they just show up on his balance sheet, of course, for his company. So his company is worth in dollars more, 3x more. Right? There it is. Wow, it's an incredible situation for him, and he gets to keep all these. And if we continue with this kind of fiat system, it gets reset or whatever happens, right? He can use that to leverage on the new fiat system. That's the beauty of it. It's huge. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyways, let's get on to the charts. Before we do, make sure you sign up at bybit.davincij15.com. Links in the description below. Woo! Wow. What an absolute collapse. Colossal collapse. This is the beginning. You need to set your positions. We should have been looking at this like last week, like the end of this week, which was, this Sunday. This Monday, we should have looked at this and saw, buy. Time to start hunting for your buys everywhere, right? Anytime a cryptocurrency collapses in the next 30 days, you buy it. You just buy it. Any of the top guys, you just buy. That's what this says. You buy. That's what this chart's telling you. If something collapses, right, you buy it. Why? Even if it's XRP, right? Yes. If we get a big collapse, it's still a buy because it's going to go high. Right? We're going to see probably XRP if we because this is a big super cycle for the altcoins, it might be most likely, right? Yeah, looking at the chart, looking at that dominance chart, it's most likely a super cycle. So if that's the case, well, $5 is the low end of the spectrum for, I think it's a little bit higher than that. $7 is the low end of the spectrum. We might do something like $12. It is what it is. And it could go double than that. Right? Because it is clear what's about to happen. Right? With XRP. Right? I don't like it, but chart's a chart. This is the low. This is most likely the mid end of the range. The stupid end of the range is probably double that, $24. And the absolute low end of the range is like what, $7 or something like that. Yeah, we said $7. So that's the low end of the range for XRP, right? Now, of course, you might have to weigh performance and stuff like that. We'll look at some other tokens in the coming weeks to figure out what we can buy and what we can load up on. I think the best thing to load up on is Solana, right? And because if we go back to, but let's just extrapolate what the all-time high was. I think it was, I believe it was 270 or something like that. I don't remember, but let's just assume that's what it was. Let's just assume that that's the case from here to, what was it? Let me just clear out all the rest of the stuff here. And then we clear all the drawing tools. I don't want to do that, but let's just go with that. 272. That's exactly around the $1,000 mark is the actual target for this big run, but it could do a lot more. You can see it go to 2,000 to 2,000 to 4,000, right, in the super cycle that we are predicting. So we could go absolute bananas. So a pullback here is your opportunity. And I think this is the best one. The reason why we could end up with something absolutely bananas beyond the $1,000 mark is because of the meme coin cycle. The meme coins will outperform, and all that will be locked up Solana. And Solana will run like a mofo. As more and more people buy Solana, right, to buy other assets, because that would be the cheapest way to buy those assets. Right? Boom. Boom. Right? Ethereum doesn't have much to target. We're not going to go into the targeting for Ethereum or Bitcoin. We're going to look at, as we can see, right? I told you guys this is the most likely trade. Just a little bit scary. And yeah, if you wanted to let go, it's fine. But hey, this is the trade. And you could probably run this a lot higher if you want to. And yeah, you had a second chance to get into it. Yes, it's pretty scary. Usually when they give you a second chance to enter, they don't let you, they disappoint. So make sure you trade with caution here, and so that you can re-enter the trade should it go against us. Here, same with Ethereum, that was the same thing. The trade is still valid and still good. If you got out and got back in the same spot, that's fine. We were looking to get in at the lower level if it breaks us, and right now that's not happening. So yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin are running as planned. Okay, well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know I did, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.